lots of folks are afraid of them.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I told you all I know about that.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Well, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get weird goings-on in the cemetery on that night. More often on a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and who know what.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yep. Don't know what they do in them, but it can be pretty.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
I told you all I know about.
Yeah, I wish it would come off the menu, the list.
What else can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Her tomb's on all our tours. Even the Baptists come round here to gawk. Of course, you may not know this, but some of the real serious voodoo types argue that she ain't in this one at all. Down in the unmarked tomb in number 3. It's all the same to me, I say. Saved me a lot of cleanup work if she weren't here, if you ask me.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? I've seen lots of voodoo markings in this cemetery. I've seen graves dug up and stuff you don't want to know about stolen from them. But voodoo? Black voodoo? Sounds like a devil of a distinction, if you ask me.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
I told you, it's all one to me.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but he likes snakes, he should know that.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything?
I'd agree.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't know a lot.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery, number 1.
Just look around. You'll get the feel of the place.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything in the trash can, you think?
Seeing as how this is a cemetery, Gabriel doesn't really want to know what all is in that trash can.
Okay, where are we going to go next? Who was that again? Casanova. Oh yes, this is oh, I should dress up as the priest here, shouldn't I?
This disguise is almost ready. I hate to say it, but I need to style my hair to be more respectable.
I needed to get oil, and there was oil somewhere, but we couldn't get it. Maybe I could put some clay in my hair.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
What's blasphemous, Nolax? I need to get oil. How do we get... We need oil, and I know where there is oil. Well, I did know where there was oil. I'm just trying to remember now. Was it not at the church? I really can't remember now.
The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral.
Oh, I know where the oil was. There was oil in here. This is where we got the priest uniform in the first place. See, and look, there's oil, but I can't get it. When's Danganronpa? I'm not sure. It's on the list. This was where the dog collar was. But how do we get the oil?
That oil is for holy purposes, not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
That's the only oil I've found. But he won't let me take it. You're gonna stream again tonight and you need a nap, so take care. Okay, Nolax, no worries. You have a good sleep. I shall maybe try and catch your stream once you're on. Depending on how our day goes.
That oil.
How do we get the oil? That's so annoying. Right, I'm gonna go back and talk to Maria. See if she'll talk to me now.
I told you, Ms. Getty is out.
Where is she then? If she's not at home anymore.
The windows are made of thick, heavy glass. The only thing Gabriel can see inside is even thicker drapery.
Good morning, Miss Paint. How are you today? It's very hard, Miss Paint. I'm struggling quite a bit with it. I seem to get stuck very easily. Is this place open yet? No.
What if I put them...
Hi.
This is also one of the masks we need to get. No, couscous.
Dried herbs hang from the ceiling.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Gree.
Full of magic. No guarantee though, you know.
No thanks. I don't even want to think about what might be in them.
What's high, John?
The entire shelf is stocked with containers of High John the Conqueror root powder.
You and your friend played it together. He loves puzzles, and I know it's used fun, but together we figured it out the days before walkthroughs and the internet. Yeah, I remember that.
The Dixieland drugstore is crammed from top to bottom with strange merchandise, some or all of which seem to be related to the practice of voodoo.
Oh, voodoo. Maybe I can show him this scale.
Do you know anything about snake scales?
I got some snake root and snake powder, but I order them wholesale. I don't handle snakes. I don't like them at all.
Well, that wasn't much help.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Right, we're just gonna have to go down here
Tell
again.
me what you know about voodoo.
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
Do you think I'm stupid? This is a voodoo shop. Look at all this stuff.
These is novelties.
Curiosities. If people want to think they magic, it's not my concern, you know?
Are you telling me that you own a voodoo shop, but you know nothing about voodoo practices?
Ça n'est pas ça faire blanc.
What does that mean?
It means you should mind your own business, monsieur.
He's hiding something. Is that going grey? It has. Okay.
I found out what Cabri Sankal means. How did you know about human sacrifice?
I never said them words, monsieur. You must have heard them from someone else.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? No such thing, I'll tell you for sure.
We used to, I remember when the internet first came on, you had news groups, which were the free runner to forums. We used to post up questions on there how to solve some of these adventures.
What do you think of Nolans?
I live here all my life, me.
What do you think of Nolans?
If you're not from around here, monsieur, you should sign up for some tours.
I don't know if news groups are still a thing. We talked about the problems at the school day after. Okay.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Don't talk like that around here, man.
Oh, we hit a nerve there.
It's important that I talk to Madame Casino. You see, I'm doing some research and...
I can't tell you anything about her.
Have you ever heard of Dambala?
Dambala is an African legend about a great serpent. Folklore, that's all.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $120.
What? You said you'd sell it for 100 before.
You misheard, monsieur. The price was always 120.
I think that's the mask.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
How did you get into this kind of business?
Now, why should I discuss my business with you, man?
I was playing some more No Man's Sky last night. Managed to get quite far on with the main storyline.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult.
What?
I'm gonna keep badgering
Would you
over
take-
this.
Don't.
What?
You missed.
No, can't badger him about it. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting, it's a bit of a mysterious storyline. I have been enjoying it. Can I not just
to
take
get
it?
the mask, Gabriel would have to buy it.
Yeah, and he won't sell it to me for cheapness. What's cheapness? Special St. John's Eve something or other. Free bottle of Lover Come Back to Me oil or Master Gambling oil with every purchase over 50.
The sign says, Special St. John's Eve Lagnia. Free bottle of Lover Come Back to Me oil or Master Gambling oil with every purchase over $50.
Lagniap. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
It's nearly as old as the one at St. George's.
Can I put a different poster or can I give him this flyer?
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that
Oh,
at
he
all.
got scared at that. What happens if I put my collar, my suit on now?
There's no reason to wear that at the
Okay,
moment.
so we only need that at the one place. Okay. What about this voodoo code? He doesn't know anything about voodoo though.
Do you know anything about these crosses? I think there's some kind of code.
Look like a lot of hand tracks to me.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't know anything. You know nothing. What about his sketchbook?
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
Oh, I think you do. You're just more scared of the chickens than me. Right,
Would you mind taking a look at this photograph?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, what does that mean?
Nothing, man. I didn't say nothing like that. You heard me wrong, man.
no, we didn't. You definitely said it.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
No, it's not there. I just feel like I'm wading through the dark and I can't figure anything out. It's not letting me do logical stuff. Like why can't I take the oil from the church? I need the oil. It's probably only going to let me pick the oil up at a certain time, isn't it?
The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei and gives prices for palm readings, $20, crystal ball gazing, $15, and birth charts, $50. Madame Lorelei lounges at the booth, fondling her snake.
She's got a snake. No, I don't want to look at it again. I want to...
Madame Lorelei.
Thanks, boys.
Okay, she got distracted there and went out. What does she take? Oh, there's her snake. I bet we need to get that basket from the... You understand, for me, you never really enjoyed it all that much, but you know it's highly loved. Yeah, it's a lot of people really like it. But I'm struggling with it, but...
Madame Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
Handsome.
That's a nice snake you have there.
Oh, I could say the same of you.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
That's personal.
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with
Elvis?
anyone.
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing, but I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are. Oh, nothing.
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but...
Right, so she's got a snake. I'll have to write this down, because I'll forget for next time. Can we show her the photo? No. So we can't show her anything, can we? Did he not paint the picture for me with the symbols on it?
Come on, boys, hoopla!
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Oh, I forgot we'd left him with that.
Right.
Yeah,
Thanks,
just don't like
boys.
blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and good luck.
Good morning, Ein. How are you today? I hope you're doing fine. Yeah, I'm not sure if guys are still here. Hold on. Let me do your shout out. Right, so we've got something new. Finally, reconstructed. Can I look at it? No, I just want to look at it.
The artist's reconstruction of the voodoo murder's pattern looks accurate to Gabriel. Something about it seems vaguely familiar and creepy. The reconstructed version was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
So where do we need to take that? I can show that to the professor, can't I? He might be interested in that.
Can you tell me anything about this?
He's looking.
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back. Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating Veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually,
hope he
was
didn't
hoping you'd
amend it.
Tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information.
Okay, so he's looking into
You
the symbols.
are associated with the police.
Oh yes, of
aren't you?
course we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm just keeping a note of that because I'll forget that as well. Right, so we've got slightly forward. Let's get Grace to research that now as well.
Hey, Grace. Here
Hey,
I am.
Grace.
Oh boy, party time.
I have a pattern I need you to research.
How interesting. What is it?
It's a reconstruction of the tracings they found around the murder victims. The ones done in flour and blood.
Yuck. You shouldn't carry this kind of thing around. Who knows what these symbols mean?
Well, wear your evil banishing gloves if you want, but check it out for me, would you?
I'll
Her
see
neck
what I
looks
can find
funny.
out.
When she's turning, it's as if it's been stretched because the head isn't moving, is it? It's not moving from its location, but her body's moving and the neck's getting stretched. Maybe she's just very bendy. Okay, so she's going to do that research now. I don't know how to get in there. You're stunned at how good Kingdom Come is, such a lively world, and I like that it's super complex in the beginning and then calms down later when you gather more info. Okay. I do have it as well, I haven't played it. Mitral's playing that just now, he's streaming it. I don't know if you've been watching Mitchell. Oh, he's playing Back to the Future just now. He has been playing Kingdom Come
It
Deliverance.
protects me from taking too little damage.
You're welcome, mine. No problem.
No, I never quite looked at it that way. You might be right, but you're probably wrong.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I'll play it, but so many ways to choose. Yeah, that's my problem these days with those sort of games. I too many choices, MSP. I would log into the game and load it up and then spend ages trying to decide what to do and then run out of time. And then come out of the game probably. Yeah, I can't cope with games like that these days. But that's just the way it goes. Am I going to show this to I think I should show this to the museum guy.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
You lose a big gem if you don't get through it.
Does this pattern look familiar to you?
It might get played at some point.
Where did you get that?
You do recognize
He's
it?
interested.
I have never seen it before.
Oh, I don't believe you.
Are you sure about this pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
I don't believe him. Right, we're gonna go to the shop because he gets scared of seeing anything like that.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, monsieur.
I don't believe you. I'm gonna go back out to the... No, actually, I'm gonna go to the police station first. I was gonna go back to the crime scene. Sorry, I got a sore eye. Something has irritated my eye.
The police.
Also, I think the forest, etc. It reminds me so much of where I live. I get goosebumps in some areas so similar.
Officer.
I haven't played that one either.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Yeah. What is it, you wanker?
He's not being very pleasant, is he?
Are you sure that's wise? Mosley would surely wonder where Gabriel got that and what he intends to do with it.
Okay, never mind. Where are we going to go? I wonder where she's gone.
I told you, Ms. Geddy is out.
Now go away. Can I compare to here?
That doesn't seem to work that way.
Okay. I was just gonna write that. I reckon the key. I need the clay to make a copy of that. So I'm just gonna write clay down here. No idea how to get the oil for the hair. There's the gourd for the snake we need to try and get maybe. Can we go here?
Sign says the Overlook's closed for repairs until June 21st.
What? How do we know what the date is? This is definitely the oil thing, isn't it? How do we get the oil? Would I have anything back at my apartment to do my hair?
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
I don't need to, thanks.
He won't go in there. Do we not have anything for the hair?
Gabriel, shut that refrigerator, please. Oh, I can smell it from here.
Women.
What's this heart? This here. Can I not look in the bathroom cabinet? Maybe just get some gel.
I'll take this hair gel. You never know when you'll need a touch-up.
Right, okay, we don't need the oil then. Okay, right, we've got hair gel. Let's go back to here. Right, let's do the hair gel.
I don't think hair gel alone is going to convince her I'm the respectable type.
Oh, do I need to combine the two in the inventory? Yeah. Okay, we've got a disguise now. No, I don't want to do that.
Alright, but this is private.
Yes? Who is it?
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
Thank you, my child.
Okay, we're in finally.
Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
What have we got around here? I've got a jewellery box. I can talk to the painting.
Madam in younger days?
Good heavens, no, Father.
It's a painting of a pretty young lady in old-fashioned clothes.
What's this for? Is that for putting your cup on?
The upholstered chair is less comfortable than it looks. A low wooden coffee table sits in front of the sofa. There's an old-fashioned jewelry box on the coffee table.
Are we going to steal that?
The tea service has been polished recently. Madame uses it with her Creole sisters, perhaps. The painting behind the couch is a Madonna and Child. It's a large antique cabinet. It's probably worth something.
Can't hide in it now.
The plant looks healthy, despite Gabriel's vague impression that Castro makes great use of it.
Is that everything? Got a rosary, lamp.
An old table lamp with a fringe shade gives off what little light there is in the parlor. Madame finds comfort in these iconic images, it seems.
Right, let's have a chat to her.
Nice doggy.
Oh.
Good Castro.
He's not a very nice doggy.
Madame Casino looks fragile and pale under a thick layer of face powder. If Gabriel's not mistaken, she's a slice short of a loaf.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions, my child?
Of course not, mon père.
Well, let's go for the yellow one.
Do you
for
have
starters.
any idea what caprice encore means?
Maybe, I know. I bet you do not know, Father, n'est-ce pas?
It means goat without horns.
Father, you surprised me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
They know quite a lot, doesn't she?
Do you know anything about human sacrifice here in New Orleans?
Well, my great-grandmother could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans, but the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Who are the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Laveau was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo enfant. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Laveau, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Yeah, let's ask about the Hunfu.
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound for.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in New Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear their drums at night, oh yes. That's why I'm so ill, I tell you, those drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there, I can tell you. I'll show you something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Here it is, mon père. A true object of evil if ever there was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I've always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
I can
She's
see
gonna
that
give it
pull,
to us, is she?
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Even though its vibes aren't great, let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now let us pray.
Yeah, let's have a look at this.
It's a bracelet in the shape of a snake.
Can I get my magnifying glass out? Or I could make a clay model of it, couldn't I?
There's no point in using that on the bracelet.
Okay, let's use the clay.
Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Let's just keep asking her stuff in
What
case she's
can
got
you
anything
tell me
new.
about voodoo?
People think I'm just a foolish old woman, but I know the things they do. My family's been in New Orleans since 1750, so I know more than than most. Voodoo people are all over the city, in the shops, everywhere. They'll curse you like that, and most people don't even notice. Spit on your bread at the bakery. Take strands of your hair at the store when you try on clothes. Oh, you have to be so careful. But I know their ways, so I can protect myself. I know how to use the magic too, and I can counteract their evil spells.
Tell me more about voodoo in New Orleans.
It's just plain evil. It's dangerous to even discuss it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Voodoo murders? Ha! They are nothing new to me, Father. They happen all the time. I hardly go out anymore. It's too dangerous in the streets. They can get you anywhere, you know. Even here, in this room. But I try not to let them know about me. That's the best way.
What else do you know about the voodoo murders?
Shh! They'll hear you.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
The only true New Orleans are of French origin, you know. My family were among the original settlers of New Orleans. They came here from France. The Creole society used to be so gay in New Orleans. Now it barely hangs on by its fingernails.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes, they're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can. That's why I never sleep.
Right, thanks. Do you know anything else about snakes?
It would be bad luck to talk about that anymore.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Oh, St. John's Eve, mais oui. I used to love the St. John's Eve Mass at St. Louis Cathedral. Of course, it is also a night of great wickedness, worse than All Hallows Eve. They will corrupt anything, Father.
They? They who?
Oh, you know.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't think I should say any more about that.
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound for.
I told you, we shouldn't talk about it.
We need to get that snake mold. Maybe made into something, or...
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, her. I could tell you about her. Voodoo Queen? Ah! My great-grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau. She knows the truth about her.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She was only a front for the real evildoers, Father. And that's the truth about Marie Laveau.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about Veves?
No, Father. I don't...
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Oh, yes, Father. It is the wickedest kind. The kind they practice here in New Orleans.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
No, Father.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
No, Father.
Can you tell me anything else about human sacrifice?
What is to tell? They cut your heart out.
Okay. I don't suppose I need to do anything else here.
Madam would think Father McLaughlin was suspiciously snoopy if Gabriel did that.
Okay, we can come back here.
Au revoir, madame.
Adieu, mon père.
Okay, so that's a step forward.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Oh, here she comes.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he? Here?
I really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight. You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
Just shut up and kiss me.
Following day, presumably. I spoke to one who smelled of death. He gave to me his ears, and crosses that were marked were made into a veil of tears. Oh, she's leaving. You're gonna make your coffee? There we go.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Have it your way.
Can we look at the paper?
Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
Oh.
Yeah, he gives me the creeps.
He looks like the drummer.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
So look at the newspaper.
Time stated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What case?
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were a result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good?
It's ridiculous. And what about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel, but if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation lest his eye fall on you, too.
Peachy.
Gabriel also spots an ad for Sam Springleton, a jeweler. Sam hangs out at the Napoleon House.
We can get the snake done there, maybe. Private consignments, like. So that's at the jeweler. Let's talk to Grace and see if she came up with anything. What's that? Oh, the voodoo article.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Your grandmother called. She said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to do that.
Do you have messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours.
Interesting.
Can we ask about that?
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo houndfall?
In New Orleans?
I think so.
No, I don't, but it sounds dangerous. You're not gonna try to find this voodoo group yourself, are you?
Would I do that? Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure, I'll give it to you when we're done talking.
Okay. What about the research?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
So we need to phone Wolfgang. I'm just gonna keep a note. Let's go look at talk this morning.
Gabriel watches the man watching the shop.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Well, let's just exit to the map. I could throw the brick through the window.
I'll be back later.
Have fun.
Okay, there's the... Is that the jeweler? Oh, who's this?
Hey, kids!
Bruno. How nice.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you gonna sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
How much would you give me for it?
Oh, you're serious? You'll let me have it?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well...
We need 120.
100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My affairs are so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Stay out of this, Grace.
Get it? I guess not.
Well, I guess I don't need the money that badly.
From the looks of this shop, I'm sure you will, honey. And soon.
No. Maybe we'll get the money one of these days. He did actually walk off. Okay. He does. Oh, I can't.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Okay, let's go to the jewelers for a minute. Oh no. What was the thing about the jewelers? Oh right, he's at the pub here. Okay. There's Sam. There's the drummer guy again. Look, he's everywhere.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This ain't a game, it's a slaughter.
He's right, you know. So let me die in peace, would you?
We show him the... that.
Could you do anything with this?
What is this, a clay mold? Interesting. I am a jeweler, you know. But I'm retired. I'm going to sit here in this freaking chair until I beat this bastard.
You plan to be buried in that chair then?
So we can't do that just yet.
Are you sure you can't do anything with this?
I told you I'm busy with this old fart.
Okay, I need to talk to the other guy.
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the chatty type, am I, Sam?
No, you old bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go bug someone else.
You're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
I could buy him a drink, I guess. Or I could show him that.
Does this mean anything to you?
Man, get away from me with that, will you?
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Oh, he's got a lot.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They've played there every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
What about the unhappy guy?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local writer celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Oh, don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Don't hold your breath. Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. Now, I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say enough already.
Sounds like my life. What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House. That guy Sam, the chess player, he's really into voodoo. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Great, thanks.
Okay.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodoo-ien and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day he went up and talked to the girl. And sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife, poor guy.
Okay. Let me just exit there just now. Alright, I am going to save that there. I'm going to stop there for today. It's just a short stream today. 'Cause I have things we need to do. Right, let me just get my window back over here. Wrong. Where is it? Yeah. I love having you on the side when eating and doing my things. Oh, you just got back, Kaiser. Sorry about that. I'm going to find somebody to raid quick. I will be back tomorrow morning with a couple of first looks. We're doing Death Roads tournament, and we're doing Jewel Wonder and the Enigmatic Adventures tomorrow. But let me just see if I can find somebody to raid. What's Nuke playing? We've got Vinsanti playing Dredge. We've got Greeny Trini playing Witcher 3. Don't know if anybody's got any preference or any other suggestions. Quite fancy watching Vinsanti playing Dredge while I'm having my breakfast. Let's raid Vinsanti. Set that up. There we go. I never asked you to play that. Alexa just cut in. Better do that. Right. So I shall be back tomorrow morning. I will run my credits briefly and then I will raid over. Thank you all for being here. If you don't already follow, a follow would be greatly appreciated. I hope that you all have a good rest of the day. But until next time, you all take care, be safe, and I will say bye for now.